Hello, this is Connie Marie Forrest, and today I'm going to be talking about what I believe. Here goes. I once heard someone on YouTube say this, and I feel this is so true, that obviously the Bible was written by man, not of God. It is man-made, and a lot of it revolves heavily influenced by prejudice and personal beliefs of men themselves. And I often see a lot of hatred with it, like they're against the gays, they're against witches, they're against women, and I'm so tired of this hate mongering. You shouldn't make religion about hate. You should make it about love. And from what I see is that Jesus wouldn't have taught hatred. Jesus taught love thy neighbor. Jesus taught to accept other people. You know, I may not be Christian, but I did accept the Christian God into my life, and I accept Jesus into my life. And I believe in them as my saviors. You know, I may not be Christian, so what? I'm a Wiccan Buddhist. But I'm allowed to believe whatever I so choose to believe. You can believe whatever you want. I will not judge you as long as you don't judge me. What I have to say is that wisdom is a very helpful thing. It's more helpful than ignorance and hatred and non-tolerance. You see, it can do greater good for the world and teach us a lot of valuable lessons. And if you follow the wisdom within this world, instead of allowing your mind to be ignorant and foolish, I think that you can, however, make this world a very good place to live in. My father always said that you can learn from just about anything. Even a homeless person, you can learn how to survive. I'm not saying that you have to follow an example of a homeless person, because that's not an example that you want to follow. You obviously want to take care of yourself, okay? But if you are in a situation where you have to survive out in the wilderness, like the wild, a homeless person could teach you how to do that because they're very used to adapting to their surroundings, basically. So, what my father said is very wise. He always said, pay attention to everything in this world very carefully, and you will learn a lesson from it. And I believe that is very true. That is exactly what I believe. Right? And like I said, everyone's entitled to what they believe, whether they believe so or not. You know, it doesn't matter what your religion is. It doesn't matter if you're an atheist or a Gnostic. Basically, everyone's entitled to believe what they want. It's like a lot of people would tell me, because I'm a witch, that I'm evil, and I'm not. I know in my heart that I'm a good person. I don't desire to hurt people, really. I am an empath. So, and I don't just mean that on an emotional level. I mean that, like, literally I can feel the pain and suffering of other people, and I can't control it. Sometimes I get so caught up in everybody else's emotions that I won't even really realize that it's somebody else I'm feeling. Sometimes I'll just think it's me. Like, if I'm feeling down and I'm not feeling right, I'll sometimes think it's myself, only to realize it's someone else who's not feeling good. I'm so drawn to people who suffer for some reason. It's like, I think that being into the fact that I'm an empath, it also makes me kind of like a therapist in a way, because people can talk to me about their problems and I won't sit there and judge them. And I'm pretty good at talking to people. Let's just put it that way. I'm even good at talking my friends out of doing things that are harmful to themselves. So, I've done that several times with a friend of mine. You know, she suffers, let's just put it this way, from depression and post-traumatic stress disorder, but I'm not going to say names, okay? But personally, she's had a lot of messed up things happen to her, and I'm just so sick and tired of people not being able to step in her shoes and see things through her eyes. Oh yeah, and then the fact that people complain about their lives being so terrible and miserable. Well, they should try to step in the shoes of people who have real problems. Let's just put it that way. Like people who've been neglected and abused and raped as children, or people living in third world countries where they don't have much food, they don't have much clothes, they don't have much shelter, they have a poor education, they don't have much of anything, you know? And I often am so used to this. It's like, it seems like to me the people that have more handed to them complain the most. But those who have very little complain not nearly as much as they do. So that's just my point of view and how I see it. I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some rich people out there that don't complain. But personally, next time you think your life sucks, take a look at everybody else and realize, because I've realized this all the time from being depressed. I've had suicidal thoughts. When I would think about it, I would consider people who have much worse than I do. At least I have people that care about me. There are some people out there that have nobody. I mean, nobody. They don't know love. They don't know friendship. And they'll never know good, happy things. Alright? They just see nothing but negative. So, and quite personally, it's okay to be optimistic, but I feel some people that are overly optimistic are kind of assholes. Like they expect you to be happy when you're feeling like shit. What makes me happy is someone who understands where I'm coming from, understands how I feel, who isn't going to sit there and force me to be happy. That's what makes me happy. And I'm sure you feel the same way too, because openly optimistic people are just kind of ignorant. Let's just put it that way. Like, they don't understand that some people are going to struggle emotionally and not be able to really cope with much, okay? But needless to say, I think there are some people that deal with their lives a lot better than other people do, even if they have messed up situations. Like my friend, for example, having all that messed up crap happen to her. I think a normal person would crack under the pressure. I think I'd crack under the pressure. I don't think I would be able to withstand half of what she's had to tolerate. She had to learn to survive. Let's just put it that way. With all the neglect and all of the abuse. That just saddens me, and she had to go through all of that. But, she's a lot stronger than she gives herself credit. I believe that she is a very strong person. And a very good person, and I think she deserves the best. And that's just how I personally perceive her. I think for now, I am done with my conversation. If I have anything more to talk about, I will come back. Thanks. Goodbye for listening to me.